Welcome back to the Learning Estheticians podcast, where education meets elevation and esties come to grow, glow, and get real. It's me, Jessica,
And me, Ready Lex the Skin Chick.
and this is the space where we break down skin success and soul care. And guys, today's episode is about how real confidence is built in the treatment room through continued learning, real client experience, and stronger communication.
Gotta find beauty in the flow. The more you know, the more you glow. Take it everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. We're empowered, intentional, doing so care. Elevate, share, get it all right here. Good vibes, good time. You know that we're all right. Everybody get your learn on.
Time our song ends, I just really be like, this is really what the kids say, a bop.
Yes. I cannot wait to do a video. Like, we have to do a video to that
Yes,
song. It has to happen.
yes. So how it's this time, guys, we get to record in the morning. The sun is up.
Yes,
It
it's a
feels like a
beautiful day
brand new
outside.
day. It's cold, but it's a
Yeah,
beautiful day. How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing very well. What's up with you?
I am doing good. I just did my first, so I'm getting back on my health journey as I've shared. And
I know
today
that's
was
right.
like
I love
my
that.
first real workout. Like it was the first full body workout. Like worked out for an hour and then 30-minute cardio after that. Like, and I love my trainer. She's a vibe. So it just was a good day. Like I feel good. Like I really do feel good. So
That's
a
good.
good
After you
day.
work out, you really do feel like you're ready to take on the world. It really does make you feel so much better.
Yes. But see me after my workout, I was like, bikini me, honey.
I know that's right. It's almost that
Clearly, the
time,
flat
girl.
stomach is here.
Yes.
But I'm excited for today's episode and what you are going to teach us and what we're going to talk about. But one thing you know we're going to have to get into is our pull from the headline segment. You know, let's get the
Press. Cardi don't need.
press. And with pull from the headlines, this segment is where we bring real esthetician moments to the mic and pull out the lesson out of them. We ain't shaming nobody. We're not coming for nobody. We learning from everybody.
Yes, exactly. This pulled from the headline segment is coming straight from Reddit, and it goes so well with what we're talking about today about how you are trying to build confidence in the treatment room. So I want to get into it and read this to you guys. Let me clear my throat. All right. This Reddit story is titled First Unhappy Client Feeling Discouraged. It's a little bit of a long one, but bear with me. It says, Hi, everyone. I've been a licensed esthetician for 2 years, working at a medical spa/slash plastic surgeon's office since I graduated. I had my first negative client feedback. She told the front desk that she did not see the benefit of her facials once a month for the past few months and felt like we were too focused on upselling/slash pushing products. I like to think that I'm good at reading my clients, speaking with them to see if they are interested in products for their home care due to importance of maintaining a good routine, etc. I don't recall ever being pushy about products, and if I did ask if she was interested in a product, it's because I knew she brought it in the past and maybe wanted to replenish her inventory. I will also recommend she did other services other than the facial, but she declined. So she wasn't angry on the phone or anything, but she just said she might want to see another esthetician in the spa because I'm a newer esthetician and the other esthetician is seasoned 20 years in. I'm still learning about everything and increasing my product knowledge, and maybe that's where I fell short. I'm not sure if I need advice or just want to be heard that I'm not alone. How do you deal with negative feedback as a newer esthetician? I'm trying not to take it personally, but I thought I was doing well until now. I'm just lost and I don't know how else I can increase my knowledge and sales techniques other than to just keep working. My gosh. Okay. So Lex, I feel her. Like I've been this girl, like I've been in this place. So I definitely feel how she's feeling. How did that make you feel? Did it resonate with you at all?
Yes, it did. Because I feel like we actually hear that a lot
Mhm.
because of when the people want the result. and how they want them. I wonder how long she was going once a month for the past few months. So, like, was it 3 months? Like, that's normally a few, right? 3?
Mhm.
So I'm assuming she had 3 facials with her. I've felt like that, like, am I failing? Or I start to get overwhelmed, like, what can I do? Like, is it me? Is it her? Is it the products? But I think in my mind, hope the front desk allowed a conversation between this esthetician and the client because it
Mhm.
do feel like some because I've had that before. I had a client say, like maybe with like ingrown hairs. That's one of the hardest things I feel like I deal with. Like, I don't feel like I'm achieving what I want in
Yeah.
area, and then sometimes it's just a value, a process of elimination for me, so it's like, have you done everything I recommended? Have you used the products? Because sometimes people don't want the product you do home care, but they come just for the treatment, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So, I think that I wouldn't it's hard hearing this as a esthetician, of course, but I hope that she's not taking that overly personal because it is the opportunity to keep learning and growing. Love the way she ended it I'm assuming it's a she. I always just assume it's a she because 'cause I'm a she. But
Yeah, she said she's trying not to take
yeah,
it personal, but she thought
it's
that she
hard.
was doing a good job up until now. Like, so I feel like she is taking it personal, like it hurt her feelings. Like at the end
Yeah,
of this, we know if you're in this field, like you're in this field because you care about people and you want to be there for the people. It makes you feel good to be, you know what I mean, of service to people. So whenever they feel like your work isn't beneficial or maybe they're wasting their money and things like that, especially in this day and age, like it does make you get into your feels. You know
it
what I
does.
mean?
And I think more so when I'm saying I hope she doesn't take it personal because we take everything personal. I hope she's not dwelling and
Yeah,
sitting in it. I think sometimes you could take something personal and become productive. And
I
so
love that.
I don't want her to, cause if you sit in that, you really will then you'll start second guessing yourself with every other client, and she may be really doing a good job, and you know what? That's another reason why I take pictures because sometimes clients don't recognize that, yes, we did indeed make progress,
Mhm.
you know? And I also like to set a plan. Now, if you want this, you'll do this result. If you want this and I also say, sometimes we just gotta, you know, facial around and find out and see how
I
it
know that's
goes.
right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong if a client sees you for a
Oh,
couple services and then wants to try another esthetician who works alongside of you. And even
mhm,
in this case too, she said that she's only been a esthetician for 2 years
mhm,
at this med spa, and the other esthetician has been there for 20 years or
mhm,
has had 20 years in the game. And I think in that case too, you do have to respect that there's levels to it. Like
mhm,
there may be a chance that that esthetician, I mean, chances are that esthetician will be able to she'll have more knowledge. That's the best way to put it. There's
mhm,
no way that in her 20 years experience that she doesn't have more knowledge than somebody who's only been in the
at least
game
she
for
knows.
2 years. So I would suggest to this esthetician that she go and speak to
Mm,
the other esthetician who has been there for 20 years and speak to her and let her know what's going on with this client. And maybe they can come up with a plan and she can let her know, like, hey, I know this is how you're feeling. Like, I've consulted with someone who has more experience. I would love to continue working with you. These are some of the suggestions that the other esthetician, you know what I mean, suggested for you, and I'm more than capable of being able to carry that out for you. And you know what I
mhm,
mean? I would love to continue working with you going forward. That's always something that you can do too, because of course, being an esthetician, it's about community. And if you have somebody who has 20 plus years experience, like go and get those gems, girl, because she has
yeah.
some good ones.
This happened in the shop, and the one of our girls' client felt like that and wanted to switch to me, but I didn't let her switch. I just came in on the facial. I said, how about I sit in? I see what you do, and I see what's going on, and I see the beginning, and that's why I always tell them to let's don't forget your pictures, and let's work together.
Hmm.
I hope because that'll be a good opportunity. Get
Yeah.
under her, learn like you said, because that even happened to me when I first started waxing. I
What
was waxing it.
happened?
I was when I first started waxing, I was at European Wax Center, and, you get your free wax week. and
Mhm.
they could come get anything they want waxed, just anything for free.
Wow.
Tipping is encouraged. It's not,
Mhm.
guaranteed. So I had a lady, she was very tall, she was a tall BBW. 2. It was like they were friends. They were like the twin towers. And they got literally from the eyebrow to the toes waxed.
My gosh.
And I couldn't get like certain areas, I couldn't get the hair off. I'm back there sweating. She's like, it's too hot, then it's too cold. And I'm just like, oh. And now it did I did the best I could, but she still complained, like, I
Yeah.
feel like, it wasn't this and that, and this was valid, but also still was my training week, but I did take it very personal. I
Mhm.
dwelled, I was like, "Maybe waxing's not for me," for a while, then I was like, "Well, you gotta figure it out, girl." So I asked, could they put the top person with me for, like, a couple of days or, like, with somebody of the same type of issue so I
Yeah.
can learn and I can go from there. Same thing when I first got into working. I sat under an extremely knowledgeable esthetician here in the city. She was one of the reasons why I wanted to be a black esthetician. So I was having troubles with a client again in the facial room.
Mhm.
I achieved a result and I had to tap out and know that I was beyond my level of expertise.
Yeah, and honestly, it happened to me all the time for real because the salon that I'm working at, we both wax. So, of course, whenever you have your wax clients, they feel like y'all are together. They don't wanna deviate from you. They only want to
Mhm.
come to you. So there have been times where maybe I was booked or Yvette was booked, so our regulars would have to come to one of us. And the one time this just happened maybe a couple days ago. It was one of Yvette's clients because she was booked whenever the girl came in and then Yvette came out of the treatment room. She like apologized to Yvette, like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I usually book with you, but I needed this time and
Felt
you
like
weren't
she was cheating.
available." You know what I mean? Like, so I booked with Jessica and da 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 da. And Yvette literally told her, like, girl, we're both very efficient. We know what we're doing. We try to do everything kind like similar so that if different clients come to us, they still get the same experience. Like it's okay, like relax, you know what I mean? But that just goes to me being up under Yvette and getting all of that knowledge and stuff from her because she's been in the game for I want to say about 20 plus years too. And me myself, I'm just coming into 5 years. It's just so important to just get those gems, soak up the information where you can, and don't let the clients like get you down, you know what I mean? And don't feel
100%.
discouraged about it because you
Mhm.
are still learning. And that's literally the whole point of this episode today. So that just makes me want to transition into our main topic. And we're talking about confidence, y'all. So, confidence in the treatment room is not built by never getting feedback or never feeling unsure. It's built by continuing to learn through all of these moments. And there's a couple different points that we want to hit on how you build that confidence in the treatment room because it's not just reading a book and knowing the protocol. It's not just watching a webinar. It's not just giving one facial. Like there are so many things that add up to what a confident esthetician is. And one thing that a confident esthetician is she is always learning.
Hey y'all, we're the learning estheticians and class is in session.
Let's talk about it. Gaps in your schedule, clients who don't rebook, tight margins, and high processing fees.
Sound familiar?
Because when you're running your own aesthetics business, you don't have time to sit around trying to figure out where you could be making more money.
That's why we love Gloss Genius, the system that helps you bring in more revenue and get more time back.
It fills your calendar, helps rebook clients, and upsells your high margin services automatically.
Plus, their point of sale helps you earn more while saving money on fees.
And they've got all your HIPAA compliant tools you need for charting, consents, and client records without all the admin chaos.
So if you're ready for more revenue and more time for everything else,
See it for yourself. Use code LEARNING at glossgenius.com for 50% off your first 2 months of their gold or platinum plan.
class is dismissed.
All right, y'all. Now we're going to take all of this about confidence and getting that knowledge in the treatment room and take it over to the lessons lounge and just talk about some ways that we can practically apply all of this information to us as learning estheticians. So, the more you keep learning, the more confident you'll begin to feel in your treatment room. And here's a couple ways that you can build that confidence. So, one main way that I feel like I gained confidence in the treatment room is by having a really good mentor. I know we already spoke about that before, and Lex mentioned it also, but whether you have someone in person, whether you have someone online, whether you find a mentor here in the learning esthetician community, and you know what I mean, you guys just go back and forth in a group, it's so important to have someone to bounce ideas off of, to talk about what's going on in the treatment room because we all have access to so many different things. So Lex, how did you go about finding your mentor? I know that's right. Mhm. Mhm. I know that's right. That is very true. Mhm. Mhm. I love that. That's kinda how my story started too. I found my mentor online and I just loved her personality and I started, literally following and watching everything that she was doing. And I said to myself, like, I want to be like that. Like she was just so bright and bubbly. I'm like, I want to be just a cool black esthetician. And then I was actually doing spray tanning. This is whenever I was trying a little bit of everything. Wanted to just see what it all was about. And I had put out there that I was looking for a model for spray tanning, and she reached out like, I'll be a model. So she came into the salon that I was working in, got a spray tan, and literally like the rest is history. And I've been working there and I'll be celebrating my fourth year there coming in July. So yeah, I'm a senior. I feel like I'm like big dog on campus, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yes, for sure. But speaking just of mentors, that's not my only mentor that I have. While Yvette has been my mentor for like the past 4 years, also am taking some mentorship from Joelle Lee, who was the esthetician to Michelle Obama. I joined her skin of color like master class, and that program runs for about a year, and I joined her mentorship because I want to get more verse in like hyperpigmentation and how to treat hyperpigmentation and working more with acids and pills. And I do hope to eventually work with laser and all of those things. I felt like it was important to continue my education and just continue with that mentorship. So, whether you have one physically in person or whether you have one online, whether it's for short term or a long term, like it's so important to build those connections with other estheticians and it will take you far. Like you cannot be alone in this business. There's too many things going on out there. Like you can't be on an island by yourself only doing these things. Like there's too much out there.
I agree.
So leading into getting more education, being an esthetician is continuing to grow. There's always something that you need to know about. There's so many products. Companies are coming out with new products, new companies are being developed every single day. The technology that we are seeing right now, especially in the aesthetics field, is literally crazy. That's why this is like a billions of dollar type of business. So you definitely want to make sure you stay up on your education, whether that is taking classes from other estheticians, doing different webinars and things like that. Something I've come to realize is that if you sign up for different email lists and things like that from different companies and things like that, whenever they have webinars, they'll reach out to you. Like, are there any specific like trainings or certifications that you got that you feel like were really helpful to you?
As far as my confidence,
Yeah, it helped you build your confidence. Like I know you work with acne and everything like that. Were there any like trainings and things like that that you took from specific companies that you felt like really helped you to grow your confidence in the treatment room?
yeah. Um, Working at European Wax Center gave me confidence because I felt like if I can make it through there, I can make it through anywhere, and then if I can make it in on their scale and the way we have to do it for them, I can slow it down and be very effective, on my own. So that gave me confidence,
Mhm.
in their training. And then I took my acne specialist class. I've taken 3. I took this training from Face Reality. I also did one from I can't remember where this one was from. It was like one of these esthetician websites.
Mhm.
And then the third one, which was my favorite one, was the acne detective. I think her name is Katie Marshall.
Mhm.
And she's just so knowledgeable. Like you probably see her in the groups a lot responding to people because she does. Like I see her across a lot of groups, not even in her own group, helping people, educating them because she breaks it down like, so you understand. And that's how
Mhm.
her training was too. It was very, very scientific and like not just any fluff. And I feel like that gave me confidence to have actually knowledge and facts. So when I am in the treatment room treating the acne, I have the confidence because of the way her training broke it down and that I printed every single one of the little pages out that she gave us and we read them and highlight and really study it. And that did give me confidence because when I was first treating acne before I did these trainings and just going off of what I learned in school and what you read, and I was not effective and I wasn't confident. I feel like lack of confidence can also hinder your effectiveness in the treatment room.
Mhm.
So it just I would just treat things in a very like I you could tell I was hesitant and scared. I wasn't standing strong in my knowledge and my fact and my license. I just was in there like I hope and I think and I'm not sure and maybe somebody else. But the moment I kept getting knowledge and kept learning and kept reaching out and help my mentor helping me and focusing on the trainings and niching down, it gave me confidence.
I love that, and I completely agree. I'm trying to think if there's any specific ones that I took, and we'll come up with a list for you guys, and we'll put a list together. I know if you join different, what is it called? The like aesthetics. It always reminds me of the ASPCA, but I know that's for the
Insurance,
animals.
like ACSP, ACS.
So, girl, I feel like every time I say it, I'm saying the one for the animals, the ASPCA, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And like I said, we'll put together a
ASPP,
list
that's what it is.
because, yes, thank you, Alexis. I appreciate you. because a lot of things like that, and I joined the National Lash Artists of America or something like that. They always have webinars on there and different things, how to do services, things that help you with your taxes, and just all types of things that will help you feel more confident. Because
Mhm,
if you don't know, like, you don't know. That's why you have to continue to learn, continue to grow. Once you get in the treatment room, it's so much more than just actually just being in the treatment room, especially if you're
mhm,
just solo. You really have to put together your whole ecosystem, and you have to be self-driven because you're going to have to set aside that time for you to continue to learn.
mhm.
Yeah, so always keep that in mind. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go back to school. I thought about going back to school, like, but I don't. I put myself in school all the time. Whenever it's time for me to sit down, learn something new, focus on that. Like, I'll be 36, y'all. I've done my time. You know what I mean?
What were you
Like,
thinking of going back to school for?
I was gonna get into nursing a little bit, like,
Mm.
but because honestly, in order to get into, I can't. I don't know. I'll think about, in order to get into the laser,
Mhm,
you have to have certain credentials and
mhm,
everything to get into laser. But honestly, I'm hoping that within a couple years they'll change it and then I'll be ready. You know what I mean? Because I already am learning about the laser and all of that.
mhm,
But I can't because, especially, you already know, going back to school for nursing, you have to do all of the bedside stuff and all of that. And I have no drive to do any of that.
mhm,
I want to be able to laser hair off people's bodies. I don't want to care for other people like that, you know?
mhm.
So
Well, you know, I'm
I
not.
know my ministry
'Cause
and I'm just trying to
I'm over
stick to
here
the rivers
dealing
and
with
lakes
it
that I'm
now.
used to. Yes, I know, friend, and it's gonna come together. It
I
100%
get it.
is
I'm
gonna
like, I
come
don't
together.
wanna be next. I don't want to do this. Like, and it's like you don't get to choose what classes you take or where they send you when it's time to be in the field. Like, send me with the derm, please. You don't
Yes, I think that is so unfair that
yeah,
they don't let you choose,
I wish
especially
it would
knowing
be a
that some
specific
people
program.
are on a set career path that doesn't include any of that other
Mhm.
stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm hoping, and I mean, as we're sitting here talking about it, like, will we have to be the estheticians who make the change? Like, because I mean, what are we doing
I
here?
really
Like,
think there
but
needs to be a program that is just dedicated specifically to this process.
there
Because
should
I
be.
also feel like you're gonna get a lot of estheticians that have to be bedside that aren't going to have the compassion maybe.
Exactly, and you don't want that. You want the people at the bedside who want to be on the bedside, not the people who just wanna give a little Botox and,
Yes.
you know what I mean, laser a little hair off. Like, let us go a different path, like, but
Mhm.
that's something that we'll have to look into because, I mean, like, we might have to be up on Capitol Hill trying to for real, trying to make some changes, like,
Like, we could be the catalyst of change.
for real, we can, girl, it only starts with one person wanting something different.
It does, it
For
does.
real. But
We'll
alright,
figure it
guys.
out. We'll be the ones to figure it out.
Now getting into building confidence through real client experiences.
Mm,
All of the talking to your mentor, getting all of the gems and getting all of the information, going from doing all of the webinars, reading all of the books, taking all of the certifications. It really means nothing if you do not put all of your knowledge into practice, working with real clients. And the way to build your confidence whenever you're working with your clients is to take away all of the extra stuff and really look at your client as a real person who is having some issues and focus on their issue, not you trying to be some top Instagram or TikTok esthetician. You really have to focus in on your client. And a lot of times, if you sit down and talk to your client, they will tell you what the problem is, and you just have to make the focus. Do you have anything to
mhm.
add on that, Lex?
I agree. I mean, I feel like they could they could build your confidence and break your confidence.
Mhm.
I agree. The more clients you take, the more that You allow them to be the teacher. Sometimes you sit back seat, you see what the skin's doing, and you learn how to treat it. Sometimes you don't automatically know how to treat something that comes in. But if you're open and honest, like, you know what? Well, this is something I've never even, I don't know. We're going to learn this together. I'm going to research it and find out. I'm transparent, I'm honest, and I'm confident in the fact that I know how to go read. I know how to go reach
Mhm.
out to my mentor. So, yes, I can get down with that. But they
So
can't
one
bring together.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is, especially with facials or waxing, or I mean, I guess I can say anything, you have to make sure that your customer service is on
Mhm.
point. In this business, follow up is going to get you a lot of the information that you need to know. Your follow up and your consultation. You need to have those two things really locked in because that consultation is going to give you that information that you need to know before the client comes in so you can research. I know for us, our facial consultations are really in depth. I mean, we're asking what you eat. Like, do you go to the bathroom to do a number two regularly? Like, what
Mhm.
vitamins are you taking? Do you have any health conditions and things like that? Like, all of these things are so important to know. And even if you have the client fill out a form beforehand, whenever they come in, go over it. Ask them some more questions. Ask them to take a picture of what they're using, you know what I mean? Things
Mhm.
like that. And even after your service, follow up with your client, whether it be 24, 48 hours afterwards. How are you feeling? Like, is there any more questions that you have? Because sometimes whenever the client come in, you're talking to them, yeah, and we're going to use this enzymatic today, and this is going to do that. They came there to relax. They're not listening to you.
Mhm.
Like, they didn't come in for a science lesson, like, they came to get away from their family or it's their birthday and they just wanna chill out, so sometimes a lot of the things that you say kinda will go in one ear and out the other, and then by the time they get home, they're like, "Wait, what
What did
happened?"
you say?
You know what I mean? "What did she say?" Or, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you did something to whereas their skin would be a little bit red afterwards, but that just
Mhm.
completely slipped their mind, and now they went home and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what did she do to me? My face
Mhm.
is red." Like, you know what I mean? So, always try to follow up with your clients afterwards. How did you enjoy your service? How did you feel? How are things now? And if that client does come back, I always like to ask my clients, is there anything that you would like to change from the last time?
That's a good one. That's a really
Because
good.
sometimes people want to speak up, but they
They
don't
need
feel
the
like they
permission.
can.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it kinda, like, puts them in, like, a weird type of situation. I know for me, something as simple as on my treatment bed before I was waxing, I didn't have, like, a pillow or anything for the person
Mhm.
on the bed, and I didn't know, how it felt. I had it set up all nice with, my disposable linen and everything. You come in,
Mhm.
you get a wax, and I had one lady come, and then the next time she came, and I'm like, "Oh, is there anything I can do?" And she said, "You know what would be nice? It really would be nice if I can get a pillow behind my head." And I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, got you." Like, literally
Yeah, I
something
like that
so
question
simple.
because I normally just say, how was it? Feedback is fine, good, bad, or indifferent. You're not gonna hurt
Mhm.
feelings, but I like that question better.
Yeah. Is there anything that I can do differently? Is there anything
Mm.
that you would change from your last service? Or even whenever you get finished with your service, you can ask them, "Is there anything that you would like me to improve for next time?"
Mhm.
And that can lead into, okay, oh, next time I don't know, just anything, maybe one more warm towel for your facial. Of course,
Mhm.
I could do that for you. Like maybe next time a little lighter on the shoulder massage, like no
Mhm.
problem. Like let's go ahead and get you booked for your next service. And I'll definitely note that in your, you know what I mean, in your chart and things like that. Like those are the type of things that makes the service really personable and it helps to build that relationship between you and your client. And if they feel like they can talk to you, like that's going to build your confidence because they're going
Mhm.
to let you know, like, oh, hey, girl, no, or
Mhm.
you know what, girl, yes. So definitely make sure that you're speaking with your clients before, during, and after your appointments because this is who you're doing it for. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that your clients are happy.
I also think that it's important to keep in mind that adverse feedback is not, targeted criticism. Like they're not trying to hurt your feelings. You literally are asking about what you're doing.
Mhm.
So, don't take it as like, "Oh, man," because that can hurt you too, but take it as, like, "Oh, okay, let me add this towards my step of progression." Like, all feedback, just make it a next step, a next building step, a next building step so you continue to go higher.
That's so true. So, yeah, you really have to have your mindset on lock too. If
Mhm.
you're somebody who is always in defense mode and can't take criticism, that's something that you really, really have to work on because
That'll
everybody is
come
going to be
across.
different.
If you keep getting offended and things like that, that'll come across because lack of confidence and over offensiveness sounds and feels different in the treatment room. It's not like you don't sound calm, you don't sound like, you're knowledgeable. It makes you sometimes sound untrustworthy.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't let that, don't let it break your soul.
Period. Oh, I love. All right, guys. So, with all that being said, let's kind of sum up some of the lessons that we learned in the lessons lounge today. So, confidence is built, it's not performed. You have to really go hard and have multiple pillars that all come together to build your confidence in the treatment room. Continuing your education is going to make you stronger. There is never going to be a time in your aesthetics career where you know everything and you have to stop learning. Things are always changing. Every client is different and there's always new cool things coming out. So always continue that education. And then communication with your clients helps to build your confidence too. Your clients are who you're doing it for. You have to communicate with your clients before, during, and after your service to make sure that you're performing at your best and that they understand everything that you're trying to convey to them so that they can get the best out of their service because so much of what the client gets those results has to do with aftercare also, not just what happens in the treatment room. So with that being said, we're going to move over to our glow notes.
So, in our glow notes, we just have a few points that we want you to keep in mind. So, write these down and keep them close for you. Confidence in aesthetics is not something that you just put on, okay? It's something you build. You build it through a learning experience, communication, and staying teachable. Remember, stop learning, stop the beg, stop the growth. That's when your voice will change, is when you are always open and remaining and having a student like mentality. That is when your confidence will really start to be rooted and grounded in you and it'll be real and it won't be an act. I mean, sometimes I'm not a really like just fake it till you make it type of a girl, but sometimes you have to mirror it till you make it. And sometimes you can see and look at what confidence looks like to you and other people and see how they hold their head high and they're confident in what they say and they stay open, they learn and they take feedback and keep going. That's going to be how you continue to grow. So if you can take those notes and hold it to you and continue to learn and remain teachable and allow yourself to grow and don't feel like you have to be perfect right off the bat, then I feel like you'll be able to build confidence. And confidence is a brick by brick, day by day, daily deposit type of a thing. Some people have it naturally, and some people have to work into it. You're not lacking potential at all. You're just building your depth.
I
That's
love that. That's so good. For real, because it's so true. Like, it's tough being an esthetician and starting out new because everybody wants you to know everything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so many people think too that it's going to be a quick fix, like, and not a process. And a lot of times, like, you're walking right alongside with your client.
Yeah.
So,
I
yes,
also feel
taking it
like you have to
easy.
build confidence as a person first before a professional too.
That's very, very true. It's hard to be shy and be an esthetician. I was always a very shy girl. Like, whenever my mom would sign me and my sister up for stuff, like, my sister would stay and I would be the one who, like, cried, so I had to go home, like, because I wanted to be up underneath my mom. Like, I never really spoke up much. I didn't start learning how to speak up until I had kids of my own, and it's
Mhm.
like, if I don't speak up, somebody will look over my kid or, like, my
Yeah.
kid won't get what they need, so that kinda put a fire under me where I'm like, excuse me," like, you know what I mean? I'm not playing, and then from there, being an esthetician and having to get into the content and stuff, my gosh, it was
That's kind
scary.
of I think that's the whole I don't know, I'm weird with content, cause
Really?
we've had our viral videos and things like that. But now with me trying to create my content just me or wanting to show my life, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
And so I
No, I feel you on that because I get to the point to whereas I'm like, okay, I'm sharing, and then it starts to pick up momentum, and I'm
mhm,
like, that's too many people. Who are you? Like stranger danger. Like it's too many people, and then I fall back again. So it's like it's a fine line, but whenever you have that confidence in a treatment room, those are the people who really matter. Make sure that you always stand tall when you speak to your clients and speak with authority and don't try to speak over their head too. Speak to them like
yes.
regular people. I know we know all the scientific terms and all of that, but like they just want to hear the real. They just want their skin to
Mhm,
look better. They just want to feel better. Like they don't need a science lesson, you know what I mean, per se,
mhm.
unless they're the type of client who's really into that and they're like, yes, girl, break down all the science to me. Like, you know what I mean? So just consider that. And now we're going to get into our homework for you guys because you need the homework to keep
And
the
get off without
learning
them.
going. Yes. So we're going to do what we call a confidence audit, and you'll be able to find this information in the Learning Estheticians Facebook group. So make sure that you go on over to the group to check out the homework. I want you to think about one area in the treatment room where you still feel a little shaky. And ask yourself, is it because I need more practice, more understanding, or better communication with your clients? So pick one thing, break it down, and if you can improve on one thing, it really can be like life changing to your business. So go on over to the Learning Estheticians Facebook group and tap in on that. And also, guys, before we wrap it up for today and you get back on the bus, remember, we have been asking you guys to leave us a review anywhere you're listening to the Learning Esthetician. Leave us a review, screenshot that review, and drop it over in the Learning Estheticians Facebook group. We're going week by week and we are putting all of the names in the raffle and we're giving you guys something special. So please, please, please leave those reviews. Let us know how you feel. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you want us to mention or get into, please let us know. Screenshot that, post that in the Learning Estheticians group, and you might be a winner.
And we don't mind, constructive criticism either. It's gonna help our confidence.
Literally, because we're trying to get it together. We're not podcasters, we're estheticians. Like, hello. Literally, but we're trying.
I told you what my mom said the one day. She was like, "Girl, you talk a lot." Like, "Girl, you talk a lot. Where you think?"
Yes.
But it helps our confidence. So even if it's a constructive criticism, like, "Hey, if you guys did this, if you did that, we're welcome to it. Don't We're not
Yes,
gonna
for
hurt our
sure.
feelings."
Cause I'm a reformed shy girl, quiet girl. Like I'm trying to, and I'm a Cancer, birthday June 26th
Mhm,
coming soon. Like I'm very much so in my shell. So even doing this, like, is great. You know what I mean? I'm trying to
mhm.
get myself out of there, and I'm trying to
Get
build my
confident.
confidence. What you guys are seeing and witnessing, or hearing and witnessing, is two women learning and growing their
Growing.
confidence at the same time too. So we're right here with you guys. Please believe that.
I think that's why we position it as like learn with us as we learn with you.
Exactly. We do not know it all and we don't pretend to.
And nor do I want to know it all.
No, I don't.
Well, guys, today was good, Jess. I like it. Now I'm gonna go work on my confidence.
I know that's right. Yes, I have a couple things that I need to put out too. Today is editing Tuesday. I got to get some things together and put some content out. Put y'all content out. You have the content in your phone. It does not have to be perfect. Like just put the content out, especially the educational content, like even the funny stuff too. The girls want to see you, the people want to see you. Like put your content out there, guys, and continue to tap in with us on the Learning Esthetician. Like, share, follow, all of the things. And we love you guys.
And as always, everybody get your learn
Get your
on.
learn on. A
Gotta find beauty in the flow. The more you know, the more you glow. Take it everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Feeling powered, intentional, doing so care. Elevate, share, get it all right here. Good vibes, good time. the time up.